Hello everyone, it's LJ here with another update on the Finch Farm settlement build. Short one today, and I know I've said short one more than once and it's ended up being a 12-minute video, but this one will be a lot shorter, I promise. I had looked at the structure, if you don't remember, this is, if you haven't seen the previous video, this is the structure that links the upper section of Finch Farm, the highway overpass, with the rest of the settlement. I had originally done the structure with an awful lot of scaffolding, and I had used these scaffolding railings for the whole of the structure, and I wasn't too keen on it when I saw it later on. It made me feel that it wasn't organic enough. It felt too clean, too formal. So I've changed it a little bit, added some wooden railings, boards, and whatnot, and it looks a bit better in my opinion anyways. It feels a bit more organic to a place that's building and settling. I haven't had a chance to completely do up the entire warehouse area, so it's this section over here, but I have managed to do some work on that section where that chap is sitting over there, and a little bit of the inside, and that's the update for today, as well as some of the aesthetic changes to the railings. So if we go in, I'm not going to take the lift, but they're all working now, all three of them. So if we go up the stairs, first thing you'll notice is I have created, ta-da, a clothing shop. I did think about what I was going to do with the building. I didn't just want to make it feel like a warehouse. So what I will do eventually is I will be putting a couple of more shops down on the ground floor. I haven't decided what they're going to be yet, but I quite liked the notion of having a little clothing shop in here. There is a settler assigned to this, but the mat, which is that one, I didn't want to use an invisible one, but I think what I will be doing is I'll be doing just like here where there is a rug there. I will be putting a rug here to cover this up a bit. They don't like coming up to work. Oh, what? The Brahmin's in here? Okay. If it takes the elevator, I will start laughing. So yes, I've done a small clothing store. It's got a nice selection of different articles of clothing, and it's here in this corner. And what I've done here on this side is, this was a section of the scaffolding that was used to provide support, and I'll move out of the way because I have a feeling she'll end up, she's not coming this way. It was used to provide support to the rest of the structure that's above, because this bit right here is where the lift that goes up 2 levels is, and then if you go up this bit 2 further levels, you'll get to the next lift. So this was all just support for the structure above it, and seeing as how it's the only scaffolding structure, if you don't count the ground level one, that isn't connected by stairs to an upper tier, it was private enough and intimate enough that I decided I wanted to build 3 rooms, the premise being that these are the rooms that are being used by the settlers who run the shops in the building. So the settler that operates the clothing store here, and the other 2 stores that'll be down in the ground floor will have somewhere to stay that's relatively close to where the stores are, so they have a little bit more control, but at the same time they've got a private space. And yes, I have used curtains. Yeah, I like using curtains. I like the way that they help divide spaces, and I also use quite a bit of the half walls. The half walls were quite good. They had to be glitched because there isn't an actual place to put them in between the different scaffolding frames, so they had to be slightly glitched into place. But I think it works quite well because it doesn't give a full height wall, so it doesn't completely enclose the rooms. It makes the rooms open. It gives them a little bit of airiness. That building behind there will be disappearing as soon as I get a chance, so it'll open it up even more. And the settlers are starting to use it. I mean, I don't know why the Brotherhood member here is sitting there, but you know, he gets a chance to sit. He's got a decent view. There's another room here. All the rooms are slightly different. They've all got little personal bits. And an interesting thing about the curtains and the scaffolding is these had to be glitched into place because the scaffolding is the same height as, if we look back here, if we look here, the scaffolding is the same height as the warehouse and barn walls, and the warehouse and barn walls are taller than the standard metal, concrete and wooden walls that you'll find in the game. And what that means is that they are, I think, about maybe 10-15% taller, which means that when you try and snap the curtains onto a structure, they'll do it at the same height as the standard wall, which meant that these curtains were actually about there when I was trying to snap them. So they wouldn't have actually fit. Oh, sorry about that. I'll move out of your way. So they weren't fitting where I wanted them to fit, so they had to be pillar glitched into place. So that was a bit of fun, and a bit of screaming. And I think I'm getting to the point where when I build in this corner, which is why I'm thankful I'm going to be leaving it as is and not adding any extra details, my frame rate is just going crazy, and I'm having a lot of trouble being able to stay in this area while I'm in settlement build mode. So that's it. This is the update for today, for this week. I've done this bit, and I've done the shop. I've added some doors, and I've done a few more minor visual things, minor decorating and aesthetic things. But I wanted to get the shop done, and I wanted to get the rooms for the settlers that are going to be operating the shops done, so that I could then move down, hopefully, to the ground floor next week and see how that goes. So that's the update for this week. If you've enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a like, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the Commonwealth. Take care. Bye.